Hey everybody, welcome back to my vlog for today. Hope you're all doing well out there. Hope you're all staying safe. I'm trying to do the same. My apartment, it's kind of in shambles at the minute as I'm still trying to set things up. It's a bit messy in here, which I gotta take care of this mess soon because it's bothering me. But anyways, like last week, as I said, I'll be discussing more about the simulation theory. These notes I took were from the same video as I was watching last time I took notes. It's from a TED Talk on YouTube that I found. It's about a 20-minute video, close to 20 minutes, and I took my notes from there. So let me state again, and I will be doing this in every video, just to be clear, I'm not an expert on the simulation theory. I'm learning this as I go because I find it fascinating and I enjoy talking about it. I like talking about different types of theories like this one, and there's some other theories that I'll probably get into at some point later on down the road. But anyways, this one is like I said, from the same TED Talk, and they go on to where I left off. They talk about a philosophical zombie, and what that means is the philosophy of the mind and perception as a hypothetical being that cannot be told apart from a real human being. They do not feel pain the way human beings do, although they react as if they do, except they lack conscious experience, qualia, which qualia means which is individual instances and subject conscious experiences. They also lack sentience, which means the capacity to feel, perceive, or experience subjectively. Now these zombies support the view that the world has two kinds of things, mental and physical. Mental being concepts and physical being the world around us. That's some pretty intense stuff. Next they go on to talk about what is called the anthropic principle. This states that in cosmology is the philosophical concept that the physical universe must be compatible with the conscious life that observes it. And then they say there's two versions of this, the strong and the weak. The strong being the anthropic principle states the universe is compelled for conscious life to emerge. The weak version of this says that the ostensible, which means stated or appearing to be true but not necessarily so, fine-tuning of the universe for life is necessary for the universe to be held. God, I can't read. And they go on to say too that it's actually close to what is said in conservative Christianity and Islam, that it could be an intelligent design or it could be like a simulation. So that's kind of interesting to me too, because intelligent design or simulation, like what would that mean to me? I don't understand what intelligent design would be. I think that would be kind of like I don't know how to explain that compared to a simulation. But then it goes on to say that, I'm still learning. Give me a break here. There's this idea of multiverses, also known as meta-universe, which the hypothetical set of infinite possible universes, that which would include infinite universes, and including the historical universe we consistently live in. This means that any possible actions in the universe are happening in this multiverse. There is infinite universes with infinite possibilities taking place within them. So basically we live in a universe that is just right as far as laws of physics and physical contact. I can't read. So basically we live in a universe that is just right as far as the laws of physics and physical constants go for our solar system and life itself. Then it gets into the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. Now this is something that's really new to me too, but I think quantum mechanics is pretty interesting, meaning it's the branch of mechanics that deals with the mathematical description of the motion of subatomic particles, incorporating the concepts of quantizing of energy, wave-particle duality, and the uncertainty principle and the correspondence principle. And this is where my limited knowledge especially comes in at. I mean, this is like stuff that I've never heard of until I watched the video. I had a very basic understanding of the simulation theory, and I'm still trying to make sense of it as I go too. It's all super intriguing and is making me want to learn more about it, which I am doing as I'm taking notes from this TED Talk now. So let's go on to the next part. Lastly, all of these topics on this list is how about just a lot of simulations, which to me is completely possible. Who's to say we're not just part of some computer program that's far more advanced than what we have today? But we absolutely are heading in that direction. As I mentioned before in the discussion by AI blog, we're getting close to being able to create human beings, maybe replacements for us humans. Combine virtual reality and simulated video games like Grand Theft Auto, and you're basically living in another reality. Although it is a virtual one, what is the next step as far as technology goes for us human beings? This could go back to the idea of a philosophical zombie, a being indistinguishable from an actual human. Pretty soon we will be fully immersed into a whole world with endless possibilities. At least I think so, the way technology's going. And yeah, for sure. There's so much I want to say about this still, but it makes my mind race. However, that is why I will be doing many more vlogs on the simulation theory. Anyhow, the video then goes on to discuss the simulation argument, and that says at least one of these arguments has to be true, and I quote, 1. Human civilization is unlikely to reach a level of technological maturity capable of producing simulated realities, or such simulators are impossible to construct. Now I feel that we are again very close to being able to create a simulated reality. Technology is advancing so rapidly that it is, to me, totally possible for human beings to create a simulated reality, much like the one we could be living in now. Then the next part says, excuse me. So part 2 says, a comparable civilization reaching such technological status will not likely produce a significant number of simulated realities, ones that might push the probable existence of digital entities beyond the probable number of real entities in the universe, for any of a number of reasons, such as diversion of computational processing power for other tasks, ethical considerations, and holding entities captive in simulated realities. So, and then number 3 on this list says, any entities with our general set of experiences are almost certainly living in a simulation. So this has been some pretty heavy stuff to get into in the video, far beyond what I've ever thought about the simulation theory. So by me doing these vlogs, I'm actually learning as I go, as I said before, which I'll definitely be doing more of this, which is great because then I'll be able to be more informed on this topic and able to speak more freely about it. I do love learning about new things. This is definitely one of them. So I'm going to end this vlog here for the sake of time. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. There's still plenty of information to be gotten from this TED Talk. Enough to last me for a few vlogs. I'm only about 5 minutes into a 19-minute video, and I've already harvested a decent amount of information from it. So yeah, I hope you guys thought that was interesting. I think it's interesting too. Well, I think it's interesting. I don't know if you guys will find it interesting, but this is when it starts getting into like that. Like I said, the heavier stuff of this simulation theory. But one of the arguments that I believe is I don't agree with the first argument. Human civilization is unlikely to reach a level of technological maturity capable of producing simulated realities. I don't think that's true. I think that we're on our way to doing that with all the stuff that we are able to do now. But that's just my thoughts on that. I just wanted to share that real quick. So anyhow, I think that's going to be it for now. If you guys enjoyed this, leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. What kind of theories you're into. Or what you think about the simulation theory. I'd love to hear from you guys. It's a pretty interesting theory. I mean, it'd be pretty mind-blowing if it was true. I don't know how we'd be able to process that mentally. But anyways, so in closing, leave me a like, leave me a comment, let me know what you think, like I said, and consider subscribing to my channel. I appreciate it. I'm going to be doing more on this in the future, probably on, what is today? Today's Friday. Okay, so yeah, probably next Friday I'm going to do another one. I'm just going to keep going with it until I finish that TED Talk video. That's it for me for now. I hope you enjoyed once again, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.